in order to achieve family well-being, gender equality, and better health for mothers, fathers, and children. But as we continue to engage in this transformative agenda, we need to reflect on a few questions. What does it mean to be a man? Father or father? How do we celebrate the many men? Fathers who are changing traditional ideas by trying new ways of being a dad by way of practicing responsible fatherhood. This end, many more questions can continue to resonate in our minds as we engage communities of men and women and men, boys, to transform the social and gender norms. Today, we want to acknowledge and appreciate the continued support from government and development partners, especially around advocacy and social mobilization in FGM practicing communities. This is our view has contributed to the successful reduction in reported circumcisions during designated periods, and substantial changes have been noted in perceptions and families protecting their children against FGM. However, why is it that despite these efforts, FGM is still practiced underground, with some families taking their girls across the border in Kenya to perform the practice? While we recommend for cross-border multi-sectoral effort of address this challenge, we have learned that one of the most common customs is with some women themselves unwilling to give up the practice, which they see as long-standing tradition passed on through generation to generation that defines womanhood. We therefore call upon government and development partners to recognize that we religious leaders hold the key to lasting abandonment of FGM and other harmful practices. Lasting and sustainable change in the eradication of FGM must first and foremost come from and be led by the communities themselves. We commit to continue engaging cultural leaders, men, women, and boys in structured dialogues to generate consciousness on the need to adopt a cultural acceptable alternative in place of FGM. We will continue to engage women, youth, girls and boys to take ownership of FGM abandonment campaign within feeling that their cultures are being externally attacked for change. In conclusion, therefore, we have learned that communities hold the key to creating lasting change to the challenges they face, and that they are willing to drive the change from within if they are approached respectively and equipped with the correct information. We therefore encourage all partners for working towards ending FGM to put communities at the very center of it, also as to ensure sustained and lasting change. We have also learned that as a rite of passage, FGM carries a customary significance that can only be addressed by fully involving communities that hold this right. The key to change lies in providing education to help transform the perception and attitudes of cultural gatekeepers, such as the Council of Elders in Sabei region and Karamoja. Finally, we pledge to continue providing leadership, resources and structures to facilitate creation of non-threatening space where community members can reevaluate their own beliefs and values regarding FGM. This, we believe, will eventually reduce the demand and supply side for the practice and become absolute in the long run. May the Almighty God bless us all for and on behalf of the Interreligious Council, Uganda.
A round of applause to the religious leaders there. Ladies and gentlemen, when the religious leaders speak, you follow, because they represent God here on earth. They have a direct link to God. So their message is a message of hope, a message of eternity, and a message of good neighborliness. We want to thank you so much for being with us together in this cause. At this juncture, may we now have a catch-up performance, after which we shall have a poem by a very young, brilliant man who I'll not introduce because he set out his role very well. But wait for him after the catch-up performance that starts now.
Nyamunyagi moja bara talo choroni jamaya. Nyamunyagi moja bara talo mongogi jamaya. Hayana bagaja muna. Hayana bagaja pirik. Oda maye. Oda maye jang. Hey yana bagaja bramono jang. Hey unyagi jado tabanya kimate. Hey, hey. Tiri dino mo hinyagone. Hey, hey. Yamana ka do hinyagone. Ra. Ra. Hanya ruoria jogo iye jam. Ruoria jogo iye jam. Ruoria jogo iye jam. Nalo jaria iye jam. Abana mana iye jam. Togu gajija iye jam. Hanya ruoria jogo iye jam. Ruoria jogo iye jam. Nalo jaria iye jam. Ra. Ra. Ego mogi na gagara tongo beneja. Oye. Ego mogi na gagara tongo beneja lote. Oye. Ego mogi na gagara tongo beneja. Dawe gare do ego mogi na gagara tongo beneja. Ego mogi na gagara tongo beneja. Hey, yo mogi na gagala tongo beneja. Hey, we gare do yo mogi na gagala tongo beneja. Hey, yo mogi na gagala tongo beneja. Yo ne yo mogi na gagala tongo beneja. Yo ne yo mogi na gagala tongo beneja. Hegone yogo mogi na gagala tongo beneja. Yogo mogi na gagala tongo beneja.
The guest of honor tonight and your entourage. Invited guests in your respective capacities, ladies and gentlemen. Before you is Kwemoja Sir from Bukwa District. Kindly allow me to thank the organizers of this function for recognizing me to be one of the presenters this colorful day. When given a chance like this, my dear guests, I always address issues involving bad cultural practices in our African communities back to rural setups, their negative effects, and solutions on how to eradicate them. These cultures are as follows. 1. Female genital mutilation. This is the practice that involves the partial or total removal of the female external genitalia or injury of the female genital organs for non-medical reasons. Different communities give reasons why this is done. I hope each attendant has enough research on this, and I won't like repeating the same. The fact remains that female genital mutilation is the worst cultural practice which must stop